Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got some done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May, maybe, right before renewing the lease for this property.
Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was gonna say I am getting up there in age, I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people, life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that it's...
Hey everyone, welcome back. So one of my videos, why I don't go to strip clubs, has gotten a lot of views, a lot of attention, a lot of people talking about it. And I just wanted to readdress the topic because I saw a comment today that I'm going to actually pin to the top of that previous video, which was talking about how they're not okay because they've been going to strip clubs. This 27-year-old at the time gentleman, and if you're watching this video, I'm grateful for you sharing your story. But I think everybody faces some sorts of addictions, and his was spending money at these strip clubs, even if he only went 2 or 3 times, for validation from women who only want his money and are only nice to him because he's there spending cash. And that loneliness that you may have felt, how to cope with that and how to, re-energize yourself to be a better you. So we all know I like to be pretty personal on my channel. And although I've never been inside of a strip club, I've had strippers who worked in a strip club come out and I'll just take them right back home. So all the times that you may go there, you're trying to sweet talk these ladies, there's a guy that doesn't even walk in. I tell him, listen, I don't step inside. You come out to my car to security. They'll come out. They'll ask, who are you? I tell them, hey, I'm here for so-and-so. They'll call the girl for you. She'll come to the car and off we go. You understand? So for me, there's always another side that some people don't see. I will see the businessman walk in suit and tie into a strip club and I'm like, well, that's how they blow a stream. That's their steam. That's their form of entertainment. But for me, I don't necessarily like to spend unnecessary money. And I understand that the best things in life are free. So for the most part, when you have money, when you have cash, the world is your oyster. You see, for me, when I was growing up, I didn't have a lot. A lot of people who watch my channel already know that I didn't grow up rich. I didn't grow up having a lot of income. And so I didn't get my first real job until I was 18 years of age. And so for me, I felt a pit in my stomach when I knew I could not buy those shoes, when I knew I couldn't buy that car, when I knew I couldn't purchase that house. There was a pit in my stomach. There was a dark void around me, and I just hated it so much. But when you make enough cash, when you have enough cash flow, when you have enough net worth to where I can buy that, but now I choose not to, there's a different sense of fulfillment. There's a different sense of joy. You see, a lot of people will go out there and say they only feel good by purchasing said product, whether it's entertainment, whether it's toys, whether it's food, whatever the case may be. For me, I never got that satisfaction. And again, I always go back to my childhood where in New York, man, if you don't got the latest Jordans, the latest Nikes that drop, who are you, right? That was the mindset of a lot of children who made sure that their parents got them the latest and greatest sneakers. You had the Oreos, you had the Red 5s, you got the Retros, all these things. I only know these names of shoes. The shoes have names, people. It was insane to me. Now, I can understand if you're a sneakerhead, and trust me, there's tons of sneakerheads, and kudos to them. They're fly and they get to dress up however they want every single day. But for me, who didn't have the luxury of dressing up and switching styles, and I was wearing shoes with holes in them, right? I had to figure out a different way to attract friends, different ways to attract relationships, different ways to stand out, a different way of communication. I was able to speak. I was able to talk. I was able to have charisma. I was able to just go about life and do things that didn't necessarily require me to buy things. And so when I moved now, it was never, oh, let me do this in order to impress somebody or somebody else. You see, people are looking for validation within the things that they buy, validation within the things that they do. And for me, I don't seek that because I never needed to do that in order to receive validation. I receive validation through working hard. I receive validation through my skill on the football field. I receive validation through my music. I receive validation through my work ethic. You understand? And so when I continue to produce, continue to achieve, continue to stand out, it's through my hard work and my efforts, not through the things that I buy or purchase. And so I have a different mindset when it comes to women, when it comes to things that I don't necessarily want. You know, there was dates that I turned down just last night. I turned down a date because I didn't want to take you to a restaurant. I was so good off that. There's other women that I'll see later this week, and that's what I want to do. Like, I get to pick and choose. But guess what? Because I didn't want to take her to a restaurant, what did she do? She said she's going to bring a wine bottle and come over to the house. That date cost me nothing. And that's because I didn't want to spend anything. I was good on that female. And guess what? She said, you know what? I want some of your time that I'm willing to get out of my comfort zone and come over. So I want to address the loneliness portion of his comment that he has stated. And again, I'm going to go and pin that video to the top of that other video that I made about strip clubs, because I think it's very important. If you're facing loneliness, and I have a friend who's going through a similar situation, is a different mindset to be in, right? You can dictate how you want to behave, how you want to react, the things that you go through, the things that are causing you upset, to be upset and to be frustrated. There are things that upset and frustrate me and may even pull on my heartstrings, but I don't allow it to drag me down. Instead, I say, today is going to be a good day. Instead, I say, I'm going to be all right. Instead, I say, I am alive and well and I can't complain. Every time somebody asks me, how you doing today? I'm alive and well and can't complain. And that's true. I'm alive. I'm well. What is there to complain about? I'm making money. I'm charismatic. You understand, the world can be your oyster as well. I don't like going to the gym. I tell the ladies every day, man, I don't like going to the gym, but they know exactly where I'm at after work. I'm at the gym. Friday comes, sometimes I go, sometimes I don't. This Friday I'm not going. But guess what? Most of the time I'm at the gym. I was just at the gym, finished eating a home-cooked meal, and now I'm doing YouTube. We're back at it again. You understand? There was a time where I was doing YouTube every single day of the week. Every single day for 365 days a year. And I just dropped a new music video. I just dropped a new album August 29th called Hearts and Lessons. So if you haven't heard that yet, go and check that out. But, you know, being creative, tapping into positive resources that allow you to be the best version of yourself. You understand? So when I feel down, especially in the morning, I tell myself I'm going to have a good day. Instantly, everything changes. Instantly, everything changes. When I feel like I'm upset with somebody, I say, they're not worth me being upset. I'm going to have a good day regardless of this person. Instantly, everything changes. When I know I've worked hard, I've put money away, I've saved, I've invested properly, and instantly, everything changes. I understand that I can buy a Ferrari tomorrow, and guess what? I'd be broke. I could buy a Ferrari tomorrow and be broke. Or I can keep this $250,000 and feel good and feel real good about myself. That car, it means nothing if that means I deplete everything I have in order to get said item. It's not an asset. It's a liability. But there's a lot of people who get that $250 and go and buy that Ferrari. You understand? You can't save them all. You can't save them all. So I'd rather be able to say, you know what, this is worth my time. So I was just watching a video today. It said poor people ask how much. Middle class people say what's the value. Rich people say how's the experience. Whether I believe that to be true or not, it's true. As a middle class person myself, I say what's the value. And to me, the value is nothing. Is not worth the investment, right? If I value something enough, I'd say, okay, I'm going to dive deep into that because the value there is worth whatever it is that I'm willing to sacrifice. I work hard for my money, I work hard for my time, and I value it because I didn't have it at one point. So I'm not going to frivolously spend it because I feel a sense of loneliness. We all feel some sense of loneliness sometimes, even if we have a partner. So don't let, somebody say or knock you for being lonely. It's a part of the game. It's a part of the game. We're not always up. And I'll be damned if I be the first one to pretend that everything is always good and peaches and cream. You understand? It takes a lot to sustain and maintain. When you have bigger houses, when you have bigger cars, when you have bigger expenses, guess what? That's bigger responsibility. That's more stress. There's more to maintain. And a lot of that stuff may not even be paid off. So now you have to juggle all of this with being consistent and hope that nothing comes crashing the parade, especially if you don't have a savings, emergency fund, or other things to support your lifestyle outside of you yourself. Right? And so when you look at somebody with a whole bunch of stuff, don't be envious. Say, you know what? That takes a lot of effort, because it does, to maintain, to sustain, and that's the lifestyle that they have chosen for themselves. As for me, when I go about life, I understand that I'm doing it differently than everybody else. I'm not doing it in a way that's going to break my pockets in order for me to have something good. Like I said, the Ioniq 5 that I have in the garage, that cost me less than the paid off Hyundai Elantra that I was driving. Cost me less because the maintenance on the Hyundai Elantra was costing me $5,000 to $6,000 a year. $5,000 to $6,000 a year. I don't even pay a fraction of that for the Ioniq 5. And that's a brand new vehicle. So when I'm saying things, just understand that the value that I get, right? I make sure that the value is well worth it. And sometimes the value supersedes a lot of these things to the point where I get an enormous return and an enormous experience. I'm not going to call a car an asset, but I get a great experience, great value at a cheaper cost for the same lifestyle that I was living. Whether it's paid off or whether it's leased, guess what? It costs me so much less. And that's what's most important. Imagine a paid off car versus a leased car, and the paid off car costs you more every single year. Which one is better? You understand? And so I say all that to say, understand that we all go through things in life, find better outlets. I don't like going to the gym, but I still do it. I like to, have these big guns so I can show off. Guess what? You can do that too. You want to be in shape. You don't want to be fat and overweight, because that can also lead to certain types of depression, right? I don't want to drink every single day. I literally just got a text. Somebody hit me up like, hey, let's go out. I don't want to drink every single day. It's not because I don't like my friends. I absolutely love them. But guess what? I don't want the calories that come with drinking all the time, right? Because you have a lifestyle already, and then you're just adding on to that I now got to sweat. I now got to work out. I now got to move a little extra hard in order to get rid of all of that. And so understand the lifestyle that you want to live, the habits that you want to create, the things that you want to do in order to be fulfilled within your own life. And then good things come to those who wait. Patience is a virtue. Believe me, just because I don't go to the strip club doesn't mean there's not other pitfalls within this world. But even if you do, understand that, listen, you don't got to spend $300, $400 a night. If I ever were to go to a strip club, which is funny in itself, I would already have a set number that I'm going to spend. A set number. I'm not going to allow myself to say, oh, this is $500, let me go and spend $500. No, if it's $200 or if it's $300, and some of that's gonna go to food, some of that's gonna go to whatever. That's what we're doing. But I personally, again, like I've said in previous videos, I don't see the point in paying a woman to sit on my lap, half naked. I can do that tomorrow for free. You feel me? I can have that tomorrow for free. So what's the point of going to an establishment to have that done? You understand? Like, so for me, it's all about, again, value. What are you getting out of that? They should be paying me for walking through the door. I've always been about equality. Why do men have to pay a door fee and women walk in parties for free? Come on now, guys, you got to fight for your rights. Not seriously, but I've always felt that way. And so, listen, we're all about equality here. I feel like you guys got to stop being thirsty. Let's keep it 100. Stop being thirsty. Everything will shut down unless they let us in. Everything will shut down unless they let us in. Stop being thirsty. I, for one, am not thirsty at all. Listen, water is plentiful over here. So if we all stop doing things that show neediness, show loneliness, show desperation, show that I'm willing to spend it all because I'm not worth as much as I want people to believe, like, guys, have more respect for yourself. Seriously. Like, no pun intended, no laughing matter. Like, have more respect for yourself. Don't allow disrespect in your life. I don't have any friends at all that go to the strip club. And if they did, that's fine. If they did, that's fine. And if it was somebody's birthday, I would attend for their birthday or whatever the case may be. But that has not been my experience. That has not been my life. You understand? So all I'm saying is, have more respect for yourself. Have more respect for your money. You worked hard for that. Start investing in the gym. Start investing in other things that will allow you to be a better you. Don't allow yourself to stop. Don't wait for the New Year's resolution to kick in for you to do something for your life. You understand? And so, I work a sedentary job where I don't have to get up. I don't have to be mobile. I don't have to do too much. I don't like waking up early to work out in the morning. I got to work out after work. I'm tired already. I just did 8 hours. And before I get on here with you guys, I got to shower, I got to eat, I got to do things. I could order DoorDash every single day, but I respect my money too much. I could do a lot of things, but I respect my money too much. I forgot my lunch today. I forgot to pack a few things. So guess what? I had to buy some food. $12 for like 2 pulled porks and a coleslaw. I could have went to Popeyes and got something much more unhealthy for a lot less. But guess what? I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and support this business, eat something a little bit more healthier, and then, you know what? It's a once in a while thing because I don't do that often. I don't do that often. That money been sitting in my wallet for a month at the very least. So look, I said, let me go ahead and buy this instead of eating something that I don't want to eat because I forgot some of my lunch. Like, I literally packed everything but the bread. I had a sandwich. So I was like, am I going to eat a lettuce sandwich or am I just going to buy some food? And I said, let me buy some food. Eating healthy is great, but like, come on now. You understand? So if you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, check out my new music on Gifted Lyrically, Hearts and Lessons. It's an amazing, amazing album. That's what I've been told. So don't take my word for it. Go ahead and listen to it for yourself. And if you like this video, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.